All right, you're tuned into another episode of the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. I'm your brother, Old God from Hip Hop News Uncensored, and sitting across from me is my co-host.
What up, y'all? It's your man SamAnt, Viral Hip Hop News. We're in the building. A special episode of the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. We got a special guest in the building this evening, Mr. Dorian Missick, star of the ABC hit show For Life. Mr. Dorian Missick, how you doing this evening, brother?
Yo, very good. How you guys feeling?
Great,
Indeed.
man.
Yeah, glad to be here. Appreciate you having me.
Appreciate you being on, brother. So we start the show off like we do normally with a lot of guests that we have on, man. How's everything with the family? How's everything where you're located, given the current situation we're in right now?
Yo, well, right now, it's kind of interesting because I'm in Los Angeles. I'm usually in Brooklyn, but we have a place here because my wife's show shoots in LA, so I'm here. And it's a lot. It's been a little easier for me to kind of get through this, being here with with space and kind of being able to get out into a yard and all that. It's been a little easier. On the health tip though, my mom, she ended up getting affected with the virus like second or third day of all of the pandemic jump off. She was in the hospital for like 3 weeks, on a ventilator for one of those 3 weeks. It was crazy, but she's made a full recovery. So as a result of that, man, I've just been feeling blessed. I know it's kind of crazy having to sit home and do all of that, but at the same time, the fact that my mother's okay, I'm just feeling like I'm ready for the world, you know?
If you don't mind running us through a little bit of how that was, because you hear people getting on the ventilator, and that's almost, not to be too harsh, but like a death sentence almost. You hear not too good. So talk about, run us through, if you don't mind, how that went, getting on the ventilator, getting off the ventilator, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, no, it was crazy. What ended up happening, she was having the symptoms, you know, and at one point in the middle of the night, she just was like, I got to check into the hospital. She checked in. They weren't severe enough to send her home. Then they brought her back like 2 days later when it got the symptoms got more severe. So it every step, it seemed like, oh, any day now she's going to get out. Like we thought, oh, tomorrow she'll be out. The next day she'll be out. And we were checking in every day. We were having a family conference call 3 times a day, so that everybody wasn't inundating the hospital with phone calls. We had, myself and my aunt, we were in charge of like calling into the hospital, getting the information from the nurses and the doctors and relaying it to the family. Everybody was praying every day, 3 times a day. We're doing prayers. And then finally, when my mother told me she was going to go on a ventilator, she kind of lost it. Like she was pretty optimistic until that moment happened, because as we know, at that point we hadn't heard too many people coming back from that. Like that was like the end of it. And so we got a little bit, panicked for a second, and then we just called on God, and she made it through. Interestingly enough, I mean, it was tough because she was in ICU, but the ICU was great where she was at. They were very communicative, super good with the information. Like they kept us abreast, which was dope. That really made us feel at ease as a family, because no one could be there. And so just to be able to talk to them as soon as they come out of the room with her and give us some information and share it with the rest of the family, to kind of monitor her progress was great. And then she just started getting stronger every day, and they finally took the ventilator out, and she was home like maybe 3 days after that. And then that's literally been about 5 weeks now.
Wow.
So that was how long ago that was. Yeah, that was a minute. So as a family, we've been very much aware of this pandemic since day one,
Man,